Alright, can you hear me now? Speakers USB. Okay. Can anyone hear me? Cause I don't know if this thing canceled out on me without doing this. Alright, I don't know what happened. Let's see. Let's discuss. Okay. Alright, can you hear me now? Okay, yes, I can hear. Okay. Anyways, thank you everybody for coming on to the stream. I know it's been a hot minute since I've been here on YouTube, and I know it's been a crazy couple weeks. Uh, I've not been posting here quite a while. It's just school has caught up with me, college, and it's that time of the semester where it's time to kick it into high gear and not get distracted. But but I decided to do a stream today because I thought let's discuss some things, let's do some things, cause why not? And plus, after all of these assignments, I've started to kind of like be kind of bored, to be honest with you. So, um, I don't know. Anybody want to put into the chat what they're pretty much doing during the day today? Whatever they did, don't know. But yeah. So I am gonna just talk for a bit. Maybe we'll watch some videos. Actually, I think I'm gonna do like a live reaction of the Switch 2 presentation because why not? And I would like to. I don't care. At this point, that would be some pretty good content to uh to release around this time when I'm not, filming anything for the channel because I've been so busy with my other assignments, so I haven't been able to just get working on the other projects that I've been wanting to get to, which is the PS the PlayStation 2 documentary, which that will be coming up pretty soon. Um, and the Mario animation that I was gonna release around Christmas time, but didn't get to. So, you know, I needed to get those things in the works, but I just still haven't had time again because of school and stuff. But why not have a fun stream? Why not do stuff and we'll get this over with. So, um, seriously, I've been watching a lot of stories and such lately. So, um, maybe we'll go ahead and we'll watch a couple of these fusion animations. I really do like these fusion animation things.
One.
Eh, all right. Let me turn that volume down. But anyway, actually, no. Or actually, we're just gonna go ahead and watch a story time because I do love these story times. By the way, um, this is by a guy named Luna. Anyway, I love these stories. They're a little bit explicit, I'll be honest with you, but they're pretty fun. So anyway, Let's watch one of these because I don't care at this point, and I just wanna get to something. So here we go. Oh boy. Alright. Okay.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Austin here, or Luna. So I have a pretty good story time for you guys today. I think it's a pretty crazy one, and it's a little bit of a part two to a story time I uploaded 1 month ago called My Crazy Babysitter. If you haven't seen that video and you want to watch that, click right here. I'll put it up on the screen. You can watch that first, and then come back to this video. And if you don't want to watch it, that's fine. You don't have to, but you'll understand the story time a little bit better if you watch that one first. So let's take it back to that story time, okay? I was 14 when that story time took place. She was 18, so she was 4 years older than me. And after my mom came home from her trip, my babysitter got paid, and then me and her didn't talk that much anymore because I never saw her anymore. But every once in a while, she would text me just to check up on me. She'd be like, hey, I hope you're doing well. I hope your mom's doing well. How are things? Like, she was just a really nice person, and she cared, and that was cool. She was kind of like a sister. But fast forward 2 years, I'm 16 years old. I hadn't heard from her in a long time, and one night I'm hanging out with a group of my friends that I hung out with a lot back then, and they were older than me. Some of them were 18, 19 years old. So I was the youngest one in the group, and sometimes they would want to go to parties that their friends were hosting, or they would host parties, and a lot of the people at those parties were between 18 and 20 years old. So on this night, my friend was having a party, and he picked me up with my other friends, and we all went together to my friend's house to start setting things up at his house for this party. And people started showing up, and a few hours into it, it was a fun night. I was having a lot of fun. And something happened that I still cannot fathom. So I'm sitting on my friend's couch, and
I
a friend of mine
swear.
texts me, who wasn't at the party, and he said, yo, man, like, can you call really quick? I'm going through some shit. I want to talk to you. I was like, yeah, man, of course, anytime. So he calls me up. It was loud in the room, so I left the basement, and I went upstairs. And upstairs, it was a little bit quieter. And I'm sitting at the kitchen table just talking to my friend on the phone, and he was just basically talking about his relationship and some shit that was happening in his life. And I'm just trying to talk to him, make him feel better. And as I'm talking to him, somebody comes up behind me and taps on my shoulder. And I turn around, and it's this girl and her 3 friends. And she was very, very drunk, the one who tapped on my shoulder. And she goes, hey, do you think you could just do me a favor and take a photo of all of us together? And I was like, yeah, okay. Even though I really didn't want to, like, I was fine with it. I want to be nice. So I stand up, I grab her phone with my other hand.
No, I
and
would
I
have
start
said
taking
no,
pictures of
bro.
them with my right hand. And I was on the phone with my left. And she goes, no, use both hands so it's more steady. We want a steady picture.
Oh,
And I told her, I'm like,
Jesus.
I'm on the phone with my friend. I can't really hang up on him right now. She's like, come on, you can call him back. Now, like, she's right. I could have just hung up and called him back. But I care more about my friend and his phone call than I do holding a phone with 2 hands and taking a picture, because the photos I was taking looked just fine with my one hand, and there's no point hanging up with my friend when I don't have to. So I just told her nicely, I'm like, look, like, it's an important phone call. I really can't hang up on him. Like, here, look at the photos. I think they look good. And I go to show her, and she just doesn't even look. She just turns her head away, like, on purpose, and just goes, take it again. Now, even though she was being rude as hell, I was like, okay.
Man,
So I take my phone, and I put it in between my shoulder and my ear. Like, I bend my head.
just
So that
say
way I
no.
can take my left
Like
hand
literally, it's
and
not
grip
even that
her
difficult.
phone
Like,
with both hands. And I take the fucking picture, and it looks just as good as the other ones I took. But that must have made her angry, because she screamed, no, you're not doing it right. And that's when I was like, what are you talking about? And at this point, there's people looking. Like, there's like a fucking crowd developing. And she goes, you're not looking at the screen. You have your head turned. And I'm like,
Oh
I
my
am looking at the
god,
screen.
dude.
It looks
Just,
good. And she goes, no, you're
just
not.
do the
Just give me my
picture.
phone
That's
back. You're too
it.
pussy to put your phone down and take a good photo. And I was just like, okay. And I just give her her phone, and I turn around and start walking away. Because, like, I just didn't even want to argue with her. She was drunk. She was angry. I didn't fucking care. People were looking at me. I was just not in the mood. And as I'm walking away, when I think it couldn't get any more ridiculous, I feel liquid hit the back of my neck and all down my back, and a cup lands on the ground right next to my foot. And then I realize she just threw her fucking drink at me.
Are you
Turn around,
serious?
and without even a second going by, she gets taken down to the ground by some girl with blonde hair. And I was like, holy shit. The girl just fucking tackled her for doing that. So I run over there and like help break them up with some other people. And after we get them split apart, they didn't really fight or anything. Like, she just held her down. And after we got the girl off of her, the girl with the blonde hair flips her hair, and I realize after I see her face, holy shit, that's my babysitter from 2 years ago. And she looks at me and just goes, come on, Austin, I still gotta babysit you? And I start laughing. I'm like, holy shit, what are you doing here? She
No.
goes, well, I came here to party, but I guess I'm here to defend you. And I was just like, thank you. And right as I said that, the other girl starts screaming at both of us, the one that threw the drink, and yelling and cussing, and she was just angry, trying to get to her again and fight. And they brought her downstairs, calmed her down. And I'm talking to my babysitter, and I was like, hey, how you been? She goes, good, how are you? I'm like, good. And I was just like, hey, why is it every time that me and you are together, a drink gets thrown and there's a fight? And she's like, yeah, you're right, that is weird. And basically we just laughed about the situation and just continued to talk and catch up. And it was really cool seeing her. And she saved me from a very angry drunk girl. You know what the funniest part about this whole thing is? My
I
friend was
swear
on
to
the phone
God,
the
like,
entire time and
these.
listened to the entire thing. And he was just like, yo, are you good? Yo, I hear yelling. What's going on over there? And I had to drop my phone to help break up their little fight like thing. And then I picked it back up, and when I was talking to my babysitter, I just kind of zoned out. And I was like, yo, my bad, man. Like, whole fucking situation just went down. I got a drink thrown at me because this girl was mad that I wasn't taking a good enough photo because I wouldn't hang up on you. And then my babysitter fucking like rescued me. He's like, what, you have a babysitter? I'm like, no, she's an old babysitter. But like, she came out of nowhere and like fucking like took this girl down, and it was crazy. He's like, holy shit. He's like, I want to come to that party. And I'm like, you should. And guess what? He came. And it was great. It was a great night. And all in all, everyone was okay. The girl that got tackled didn't get hurt. She probably got a bunch of fucking awesome photos that I took. They're probably somewhere on Instagram as we speak with like 200 likes. And my babysitter, I don't even know where she's at right now. She's probably doing great. I hope she's doing great. Shout out to you. You were like the Iron Man of babysitters. And yeah, just all in all, I think
Iron Man of
crazy story
babysitters.
time. And I hope you guys thought that too. I hope you enjoyed this story time. Moral of the story is, be safe at parties. Take your pictures with two hands if you want an extra steady shot. Be there for your friends. Don't drink. And if you're 21 and you do drink, don't drink too much. Be safe. Okay? Okay. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. Please leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy it. Feel free to leave your stories in the comments down below. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys all later. Peace.
I swear, like, honestly, I, I'm just in awe. Like, what the hell has happened? Like, who goes there and tries to do this whole thing? I just like, Luda's got some crazy stories, but I'm not judging him or nothing, but like, seriously, like, he gets himself into some serious crap, you know. I like it. It's not even the first time he's done it, but damn, dude, you know, like crazy life. Jeez, man. But honestly, you know, yeah, just something to think about. You know, I don't know, I don't know. All those parties and crap, you know, just stay away from them if you can. Anyway, we're gonna watch like the Switch 2 reaction, whatever. No, Switch 2, uh, whatever it was. So I'm gonna go ahead and bind the Switch 2 reaction here.
What is TubeBuddy? Let's break it down fast. TubeBuddy is used by over 14 million creators to optimize, grow, and manage their YouTube channels. It's a browser extension designed to save you time, get you views, and supercharge your content.
Okay. I only watched this like half of the way through. We're gonna just go ahead and watch this, because, you know, why not get a reaction anyway? I'll be talking in the chat, by the way.
Hello everyone, I'm Koichi Kawamoto, and I'll be one of your guides for today's Nintendo Direct. I'm the producer for Nintendo Switch 2.
I'm Takuhiro Dota, the director for Nintendo Switch 2.
And I'm Tetsuya Sasaki, the hardware design lead for Nintendo Switch 2.
What you just saw was Mario Kart World, launching exclusively on Nintendo Switch 2. Now, what do you think this brand new Mario Kart game will be like?
A brand new entry in the Mario Kart series is launching exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 system. Welcome to this vast world. Kart races are held throughout various regions that span the globe. Depending on the time of day and weather conditions, the atmosphere will change. And in this Mario Kart game, you can go off the racetrack and drive virtually everywhere in this world. In the Classic Grand Prix, race through 4 courses in a bid for first place. But don't sleep at the wheel. You'll also drive to the next course as part of the competition. With 24 drivers in each race, the most in series history, the competition is gearing up. Introducing Knockout Tour.
Finally, a new...
Race non-stop from one corner of the world to another. There are multiple checkpoints along the way.
New mode, seriously.
If you're below the placement shown when you hit a checkpoint, you'll be eliminated. Can you make it all the way to the finish line? You can also freely drive around this vast world
What
in
is
free
bro?
roam.
What does it feel like? Need for Speed, to be honest with you.
By going off-road, you can explore new areas and routes. So drive wherever your heart takes you. You can also go for scenic drives with friends. And even take photos together at different locations.
Game looked interesting. I'll be honest. It
A brand new
really
race
looks
across the
interesting.
entire world starts here. Mario Kart World! The game launches on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2. More details about this title will be shared in an upcoming Mario Kart World Direct, so be on the lookout for more information in the future.
Mario Kart World launches on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2. We'll share more details in the future, so we hope you're looking forward to it.
Next, we'd like to introduce some of the new features of Nintendo Switch 2. These are the Joy-Con 2 controllers for Switch 2. And on the right Joy-Con 2, we've added a new C button. Let's take a look at some new experiences it offers.
I'm still ahead of all of you guys. Woo! That was you. So quick. Oh no! Wait, no.
I watched this too.
Nix, I'm coming for you.
No. Oh. Introducing Game Chat, a new feature for Nintendo Switch 2.
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me? Hello?
Hi, missed you.
With this feature, you'll be able to communicate with friends and family.
Seriously,
while
I'm like,
playing games.
finally, this feature is good. Finally, this feature
While
comes
using the
alive.
Game Chat
God.
feature, your voice is recognized by a microphone built into the system.
Oh, okay. But you're still behind me, right? Alright, let's keep going. Okay. So
Nada
Pick
más.
up your speaking voice clearly, even from a
Una
distance.
mina,
Alright, let's keep going. It's coming. Let's make a left right here. Let's make a
When it's noisy around you, your voice will still come through clearly, letting you chat with ease.
How did you get hit by a bow? Okay, nice.
It does look beautiful. It's okay.
And you can use this feature in handheld mode too, letting you easily chat with friends and family. If you open the chat menu and turn on game screen sharing,
Good job, good job. There we go.
you can also share
What
your
is
game
this?
screen.
Like a Google Meet chat?
Just like go on top of that dinosaur.
Really? They can do that?
Can do it?
You guys, I just did it.
Oh, I want to do it too.
Oh, shoot. Oh. Ooh. Oh, he's trying to eat me.
Okay, I got it.
Oh, no.
Yay!
Okay. You can chat to your heart's content, even while playing different games.
Yeah, I know that one. It's so hard, right? It's tough.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I'm like in the sky
Dang,
right here.
man.
Ah, I'm falling. Okay, we got it. We're safe.
Kirby, look, you're a star. That's so cute. So cute.
Jesus, this
You
should have
can adjust
happened
the
even
size of your
earlier.
game screen. Guys, I lost. Like,
Where'd you go?
Like,
or expand another friend's game screen.
You gotta get above that wall that's to your left. You're almost there. It's just like the wall. Like if she gets past the wall.
This is where I have to do a little
yeah,
wall
the rest
ride.
of this stuff is like on new to me, but
So everyone.
but
can watch them
honestly,
play.
I watched up until
I think
this
I
point
know where
in
you are. I
time.
think I know where you are. Wait. Okay, I think we have.
But the rest is new.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, nice.
Let's take a picture here.
Because I'm not really surprised or anything, but when I first saw all of these things, I'm like,
On the right Joy-Con 2 controller, there's an additional button. With the C button, you can pull up a chat menu.
Oh, dang. A really. Wait, actually, guys, I got a call coming right now, so I'll be right back. Yeah. Okay.
Here, you can quickly and easily mute yourself and more. And there's this. By connecting this camera to the system.
Kind of a weird camera, by the way.
Hey, what's up? Hello. Yo.
And at the very least, you get to see people.
Doing good.
You can appear on screen and video chat while playing a game.
Your face is on here.
Wait, Nick, how was your test yesterday?
It was good.
No.
Here's how it looks with just the camera feed.
I'm waiting on you
There
guys.
you go. I bet you like
Can
that.
you wait for me?
Please look forward to games which use your camera feed like this.
Oh,
That was
wow.
good.
Okay. No,
Yeah, that
wait.
looks good.
Go
That
left,
looks
go
good.
left. Left,
Oh, wait,
left.
let's
You
try
fix
to go a
it.
little more this way. Oh.
Using Game Chat. Even when you're apart, you can play games and hang out as if you were together in the same room. Play together or compete in online multiplayer games. Chat while playing your personal favorites. Decide your own rules for a retro game competition. Or hold a sports competition between families. All together, anytime, anywhere. Game Chat.
Thank you.
What did you think? In developing Game Chat, our goal was for you to enjoy playing online with others more closely, including family and friends. Almost as if you're all playing together in the same place. The camera you saw in the trailer is the Nintendo Switch 2 camera, which will be available on the same day as Switch 2. A Nintendo Switch Online membership will be required to use Game Chat. However, since we'd like as many people as possible to experience Game Chat, it will be available without a membership for a limited time. We hope you'll try it out. Additionally, Game Chat supports the Nintendo Switch Parental Controls app, and different settings can be adjusted. For example, whether parental permission is always required when a child wants to use Game Chat to play with their friends.
We'd like to introduce another new experience you can share with family and friends. On Nintendo Switch, even if you just have one game, you can pass a Joy-Con controller to a friend and play together. But on Nintendo Switch 2, you can play together locally on multiple systems using just one game, with Game Share. As shown here, even games that require multiple screens can be played if one person owns a compatible game. With Game Share, you can temporarily share compatible games with others who also have Nintendo Switch 2 or a Nintendo Switch system. You can share a game with up to 3 other systems at a time. Game Share also supports online play with other Switch 2 systems, and you can use it with friends via Game Chat, which we showed earlier. Game Share can only be used with compatible games. This feature is planned for several titles, starting with a free update for Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics on Nintendo Switch. Game Share support is also planned for select games exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2, so we hope you'll look forward to it.
Up next, we'd like to show you the Nintendo Switch 2 system itself.
Okay. I'll be honest. We watched this whole thing together. For the past 13 minutes here. And, I'll be honest, I'm happy that this is here, I'll be honest. But this should have been something like way earlier. This should have been something like back when Nintendo Switch 1 released, when the original Nintendo Switch had released. And I'm just saying finally, but to be honest, I just think that it should have been implemented earlier, and I feel kind of just, I'm glad it's finally here, but at the same time, it's like, we should have gotten this earlier. We should have, but but Nintendo just likes to like to keep it all simple with the Switch. And I think that was kind of like their downfall for a while. For a while, I like honestly, like the online kind of sucked on Switch on Switch, like Switch One. Like to be honest with you, like it kind of sucked, but with Switch Two, I think it became a lot better, and I'm like it's about time they did this, but like where was this earlier? Where was this in development earlier? I'm trying to wrap my head around from not being so frustrated, but at the same time I want to be happy that this thing already came. But like I'm trying to wrap my head around, from being happy, but at the same time I'm like so frustrated that Nintendo cannot seem to get things right. And when the Switch 1 was in its life cycle starting to come to fruition, this should have been one of the features. I'm not even kidding you. But anyway, let's continue and we'll see what more stuff has been revealed.
Please take a look. At 7.9 inches, Switch 2 has a bigger built-in screen. Here's how that compares to Nintendo Switch. The system's thickness remains the same. With approximately double the pixels compared to Switch, you can enjoy games in greater detail on the 1080p screen. The screen supports up to 120 frames per second, allowing for smoother gameplay in supported titles. The LCD screen is more vivid and supports HDR, providing more contrast between light and dark areas of the images. The all-new Joy-Con 2 controllers connect magnetically. Strong magnets keep the controllers firmly attached to the system. Detach your controller easily by pressing the release button on the back. The SL and SR buttons are bigger for greater comfort and control when playing with the Joy-Con 2 held horizontally.
Nice.
The left and right sticks are now larger. Each Joy-Con 2 controller can be used as a mouse to play with compatible games. Both the left and right Joy-Con 2 support mouse controls. By adjusting the audio balance between the ranges, sounds from the built-in speakers are clearer and more natural in handheld and tabletop modes. It has a built-in microphone, so you can voice chat with friends anytime via game chat. It also uses noise-canceling technology to filter sounds, so your voice will come through clearly. Even if you don't have a surround sound system, games can be enjoyed with more immersive, three-dimensional sound, as if it were coming from all around you. Place your Nintendo Switch 2 however you like with a large, sturdy stand. You can move it freely, like this. In addition to the USB-C port found on the bottom of the system, there's one on top as well. It's handy for connecting a USB-C camera or charging in tabletop mode. Nintendo Switch 2 comes with 256 gigabytes of internal storage.
Oh, yes!
Times that of Nintendo Switch for storing
256.
downloads, save data, and more. Reading and writing data is also faster.
Yes! Yes, that's great!
Use the Nintendo Switch 2 dock to connect to your TV and enable up to 4K resolution for compatible games. HDR is also supported in TV mode. The Nintendo Switch 2 dock has a built-in fan that keeps your system cool. This helps keep performance stable. On Nintendo Switch 2, you can play Nintendo Switch 2 games, as well as compatible Nintendo Switch games. Physical and digital games are supported.
Honestly, it's really great.
As you just saw,
Impressed.
Nintendo Switch 2 isn't simply an improved Nintendo Switch. We redesigned the system from the ground up and packed in lots of new gameplay features. And to help players better understand the Switch 2 hardware, we're currently developing this game. Mr. Kawamoto!
Hello. My current location is actually inside the game itself. This is Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour, exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2. I'm standing over here. Okay, everyone, join me inside the game. There are a lot of question mark icons here. Let's examine them. This sign reads, "Where are the magnets?" The Joy-Con 2 controllers attach to the system with magnets. And those magnets are inside the system. The SL and SR buttons on the Joy-Con 2 are made of metal, so that's how they attach to the system. A magnetic circuit is formed between them, so they won't easily detach. Through examining signs like these, you can discover all sorts of secrets about Nintendo Switch 2. Another example, the Joy-Con 2 controllers have mouse controls. And when combined with the gyroscopes, you can even do something like this. You can adjust the position of the golf club and aim for the cup by rotating the Joy-Con 2. By combining the mouse controls and gyroscopes, things like this are possible. There are secrets to discover even as you're playing minigames and tech demos. Some of the secrets range from the unique features of the system to tiny details you might not notice until they're pointed out. There are plenty. Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour will launch as a paid digital game on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2. So please check it out if you're interested.
Now, I'd like to share some more information regarding Nintendo Switch 2. This is the game card for Nintendo Switch 2 titles. It's the same shape as Nintendo Switch game cards, but it's now red and it has much faster data reading speeds. Next up is additional storage. Switch 2 will only work with micro SD express cards. They're a different type of SD card and will make high-speed data transfers possible. Please note that regular micro SD cards used for Nintendo Switch will not be compatible. Additionally, to transfer data from Switch to Switch 2, you can log into your Nintendo account to use the System Transfer feature. With this feature, you can transfer save data, digital games, and more. We're also releasing a new Pro Controller. It has a C button, which launches Game Chat, and on the back, there are new GL and GR buttons, which you can use to assign existing button controls. In addition, an audio jack has been added. We've introduced a few new features, and after today's presentation, the official Nintendo Switch 2 website will go live. There will also be an Ask the Developer article on the website, where the three of us will talk about the development of Nintendo Switch 2. We hope you'll check that out as well.
And now, the Nintendo Switch 2 launch date. Nintendo Switch 2 launches on June 5th. We're very much looking forward to the day when you all get to experience it, so please wait just a bit longer.
Now, broadly speaking, on Nintendo Switch 2, you can play 3 types of games. The first type is Nintendo Switch 2 games. These games take advantage of the performance and features of Switch 2. The second type is compatible games that were released on Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch 2 Edition games are the third type. Some games that were released on Switch will receive upgraded versions that offer things like improved visuals, unique ways to play on Switch 2, and more. Now, I'd like to show you the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Super Mario Party Jamboree. Please take a look.
Super Mario Party Jamboree is getting an upgrade on Nintendo Switch 2. The upgrade expands on the base game and adds new features, including mouse controls, audio recognition, more expressive rumble, and gameplay that uses a camera accessory, all of which can be accessed on Switch 2. Let's check out 3 new and updated modes. First up is Mario Party mode. With a single camera, up to 4 players can join the festivities. You'll be able to see each other's faces as you play, so you can experience all the reactions and emotions in real time. Or 4 friends can take the party online. Up next, it's Bowser Live, a mode where the livelier team wins. Bowser will bring you on stage to hit blocks to collect the most coins, guide an RC car with your voice, go, and compete in other mini-games using full body movement and sound. Finally, take a ride on the mouse-controlled carnival coaster. With the safety bar lowered and secured, you're off. Go! Use mouse controls to shoot down enemies while you feel the bumps and rumbles of the coaster. When you enter a pipe, a minigame will begin. There's a bouldering game where 2 players each control an arm, and one where you shake a can of spray paint and quickly tag objects. Enjoy the thrill of these intuitive minigames. How quickly can you reach the station? From minigames that use a camera, the built-in microphone, mouse controls, and rumble, the biggest party yet is getting even bigger. Super Mario Party Jamboree, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition, plus Jamboree TV launches on Nintendo Switch 2, July 24th. Nintendo Switch 2 players who already own Super Mario Party Jamboree can upgrade to Nintendo Switch 2 Edition plus Jamboree TV by purchasing an upgrade pack.
Please look forward to a new Mario Party experience, where you can see each other's reactions while playing. Let's continue presenting some more Nintendo Switch 2 Edition games.
Nice.
Nintendo Switch 2 editions of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom feature enhanced resolution and frame rates, and also support HDR, which makes the image more vibrant, so you can play with smoother, higher definition graphics. Plus, you can get even more out of your adventures in Hyrule using Zelda Notes. This new feature can be accessed via the Nintendo Switch app on smart devices. It's a game-specific service that's exclusive to the Switch 2 editions of these titles. For example, it can help guide you to various locations, like shrines and Koroks you haven't found yet.
Guidance activating. Proceed north.
That's useful, actually.
Or you can share your creations using QR codes and send them to another player to create in their game. We hope these features will make your adventures even more enjoyable. In Kirby and the Forgotten Land, you'll be able to enjoy an additional story, exclusive to the Nintendo Switch 2 edition, along with improved graphics and frame rates. This story takes place in the Forgotten Land after being struck by a powerful meteor that's causing some mysterious changes. We hope you're looking forward to Kirby's new adventure. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond will have both a Nintendo Switch and a Nintendo Switch 2 edition. In addition to standard controls, you can use mouse controls for intuitive gameplay on Switch 2. Plus, you can explore the immersive world in 4K at 60 frames per second, or enjoy smoother action in Full HD at 120 frames per second. Choose from these two modes, both of which support HDR, based on your preference and playstyle. Plus, Pokémon Legends ZA, which is scheduled to launch later this year, will not only receive a Nintendo Switch version, but a Nintendo Switch 2 edition as well. By taking advantage of the power of Switch 2, you can enjoy your adventure in Lumio City with enhanced resolution and frame rates. The Nintendo Switch 2 edition games you just saw will be available as both physical and digital versions. And if you already own the Nintendo Switch version of a game, you can play the Nintendo Switch 2 edition by purchasing an upgrade pack. We hope you're looking forward to these Nintendo Switch 2 edition games.
Next, I'd like to introduce a brand new game featuring mouse controls with the Joy-Con 2 controllers. Please take a look.
There we go. Okay. But that's a cool game, by the way.
In Drag and Drive, you'll use both Joy-Con 2 controllers as mice to intuitively pull off various moves. We hope you're looking forward to a new twist on 3-on-3 matches using dual mouse controls. Next, here are some games from our publishing and development partners coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
I have long observed the lands between. This world is in dire need of repair. You can see them, can't you?
Looks like they're finally making a comeback to third party.
That guide you through your burden. I have no doubt you will become Elden Lord. May you take the throne.
Hey, I'm Greg Kasapin from Supergiant Games, here to say that Hades 2 is coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Our first ever sequel introduces the Princess of the Dead, an immortal witch out to vanquish the sinister Titan of Time. You'll battle beyond the underworld to the ends of the earth, getting to know dozens of characters from Greek myth in a story that reacts to your every setback and victory. It's the kind of game you can quickly pick up and play whether you're experienced with the original or not. Look for more about Hades 2 later this year.
皆さんこんにちは、カプコンの中山です。我々がお届けするタイトルはストリートファイター6です。本体を持ち寄っての対戦はもちろん、任天堂スイッチ2だけの新モードもあります。ソフトは通常版の他に総勢26キャラクターを収録したイヤーズ1、2ファイターズエディションの2バージョンと、さらにゲームと連動するアミーボとアミーボカードも一緒にスイッチ2の発売日にお届けします。お楽しみに。
Initiating Arsenal boot sequence. Weapon safety mechanism confirmed. All operating at normal levels. Testing data link with Spine. Normal. Commencing launch.
After 2 long wars where our freedom was restricted, we will finally be liberated from humans.
I'm in need of a new arsenal, new equipment, and money. I'm for sale, and you're buying.
Rebels! Thanks for the warm welcome!
This planet will be ours.
The Sovereign Axiom, the Trinitas, has almost completed a weapon that was created to destroy all humanity.
No! Because we're in the middle of a war. Don't you get it?
I won't just stop you.
I'll tear you apart!
All children bring hope to our lives, don't they?
Hey, this is Joseph Fares from Hazelight. I'm super excited for Split Fiction to come to Nintendo Switch 2. The game is a story about friendship. You play as Mio, who writes sci-fi, and Zoe, who writes fantasy. Together, they get trapped in their own stories, and it's up to you and a friend to help them break free. Now, let me tell you this, if you like It Takes Two, you're gonna love this one, trust me. And of course, you'll be able to play Split Fiction on the day Switch 2 launches.
At EA Sports, we're bringing fans together across the world, both on the pitch and on the gridiron. We're excited to announce that EA Sports FC will be coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Madden NFL will also be arriving on the Nintendo platform. EA Sports, it's in the game.
Hi, I'm Alan Tu from Avalanche Software. We are bringing Hogwarts Legacy to Nintendo Switch 2. With enhanced graphics and seamless world transitions, you'll be immersed in a wizarding world like never before. And the new mouse controls on Switch 2 give you even more ways to experience the adventure. Discover the enhanced magic when Hogwarts Legacy launches on the same day as Switch 2.
Captain, is that mic supposed to be on?
Hello, this is Christian Elbadam from IO Interactive. We are bringing our flagship title, Hitman World of Assassination, to Nintendo Switch 2. As the best assassin in the trade, Agent 47 does everything he can to accomplish his mission. And how each mission progresses will vary depending on the player's imagination. Our ever-expanding game will release on the same day as Switch 2. Plus, we are excited to bring another familiar agent to the platform. James Bond. The world's favorite spy is coming to Nintendo Switch 2, so stay tuned.
The story of light and shadow that never fades is reborn. Bravely Default returns, remastered in high definition. Featuring the Brave and Default commands that help you control the flow of turn-based battles. Change and customize jobs to build out your very own party. Enjoy your adventure with upgraded features and enhancements. And all new minigames with unique ways to play. Square Enix presents the classic fantasy RPG, Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster. Set foot in Luxembourg as a warrior of light once more.
セガ龍が如くスタジオ代表の横山です。我々がお送りするタイトルは龍が如くゼロ誓いの場所ディレクターズカットです。1988年東京と大阪2つの歓楽街を舞台に土地を巡る争奪戦が勃発。伝説の始まりを追加シーンとともにお楽しみください。発売日は Nintendo Switch 2の発売と同じ日です。今後のシリーズ展開にもぜひご期待ください。
We'll have more games to show from our publishing and development partners, but for now, we'd like to show a game being developed in collaboration with Nintendo. Please take a look.
When the Zonai, who descended from the heavens, joined hands with the Hylians, who dwelled on the surface, their union led to a great and prosperous kingdom. But in time, a terrible evil arose. A war was fought to vanquish this evil, one which future generations would call the Imprisoning War.
Perhaps you truly have traveled back in time.
So that's Hyrule Castle? Then that must mean this really is the past.
What? Okay. Coming this winter. Nice, dude.
That was Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. It's being developed by Koei Tecmo Games, with support from Nintendo. We hope you're looking forward to the untold story of the Imprisoning War, which took place in Hyrule long ago.
And now, some news about Nintendo Switch Online.
Oh no.
You can continue to enjoy Nintendo Switch Online on Switch 2. And with Nintendo Switch Online Plus Expansion Pack, you can enjoy a new membership benefit exclusively on Switch 2. Please take a look at this.
Come on. Come on, please. GameCube. Yes! Yes!
Nintendo Switch Online Plus Expansion Pack will be getting a new classic game library.
Yes!
To Nintendo Switch 2. Nintendo GameCube, originally released
We've been
in
wanting this for
2001.
so long.
Here are the titles that will
Finally.
be available at launch. A Legend of Zelda game that looks like a cartoon come to life through Zelda.
Nice, dude,
Soaring
nice.
the wind using a mysterious baton, Link set sail on an adventure across the Great Sea.
Oh.
The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker. Transcending history and the world, a tale of souls and swords eternally retold. In this 3D, weapons-based fighting game, each fighter comes equipped with a different weapon. And Link from the Legend of Zelda series enters the fray.
No way, dude. No way.
Experience a world of white-knuckle racing at speeds over 2,000 kilometers per hour. 30 machines will put it all on the line in death-defying races. Featuring the series' first machine customization and story mode, get ready to experience F-Zero GX. In games that support multiplayer, up to 4 can play together locally or online. Enjoy these classic games with clearer image quality and higher resolution than the original releases. You can also check the controls for each title and customize them to your liking.
Finally! Yes,
More
dude,
titles will be
yes!
added in the future.
Oh my god, I haven't played Super Mario Strikers yet!
Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Classics, the Switch 2 exclusive game library coming to Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack.
Yes, dude,
launches
yes!
the same day as the hardware's release.
Yes!
A dedicated controller designed after the original GameCube controller will also be released.
Yes!
Connect wirelessly and also has a C button to quickly access Game Chat. The Nintendo GameCube controller, exclusively available for Nintendo
Finally!
Switch Online members, will also be available the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
You know how long I've been waiting for that?
Whether you're familiar with the games or haven't played them before, we hope you're looking forward to Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Classics. Of course, you can continue to play select games from the systems shown here on Nintendo Switch 2. Okay, let's see some more games from our publishing and development partners.
Hi, I'm Randy from Gearbox. Borderlands 4, our upcoming flagship Borderlands game, will launch on Nintendo Switch 2. Borderlands is back. Loot and shoot your way through a world filled with wild enemies and outrageous weapons. We're still in development, but it's already the most ambitious Borderlands game we've ever made. Borderlands 4 will launch in 2025. We'll be sharing a lot of the game in the months ahead, and there's more from 2K on the way.
Hi, I'm Dennis Shirk from Firaxis Games. We're releasing a Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Sid Meier's Civilization 7. In Civ 7, you'll establish an empire and guide your people throughout the ages of history. With the new mouse controls, players can enjoy a more intuitive gameplay experience. Civ 7 launches on the same day as Switch 2. And if you already own the Nintendo Switch version, you can experience mouse controls on Switch 2 by purchasing the upgrade. And we have even more news from 2K.
Hi, I'm Lionel James.
And I'm Ben Bishop.
Our final announcement for today is that WWE 2K is coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Plus NBA 2K as well.
We can't wait to see you in the ring.
And on the court.
4 kids find this old tattered map. Off they went, armed with nothing but youthful enthusiasm and a profound lack of preparation. Boom! Terrible at steering a raft. Let's slay some trees. Awesome!
Jesus, man.
Hook, line, and sinker.
I'm gonna quit this for now, but, holy crap, man. Holy crap, that was great. It was real great. I'll be honest with you, never have seen most of the things, but holy crap, that was great. That was wonderful. And yeah, so yeah, that was a long one, but anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and put this. Better go here. But oh my god, that was great. That was super great, dude. That was super great. So, I'm gonna watch more of this later. But what we're gonna do is do a tire list. We're gonna do another tire list here. If people can see, please go ahead. But alright, so we're gonna search for a video game tire list. Okay. Okay, so you got Sonic transformations, video game protagonists, video game characters, towns, villages, cities, clowns, video game movies, bankslers, video, whatever that is, video game tiles, game quality, video game movies, and extras, video game remixers, quite a lot of stuff. Video game movies, adaptations, and other too. So, we're gonna do the video game movies one. Because why not? Alright. I can't even see this, by the way. Okay. I'm gonna need to put in closer. There we go. Okay. There's a bunch of movies, and half of the movies I don't even watch. So we're just gonna start with the Angry Birds movie. We're just gonna start with the Angry Birds movie. See what I get here. So. Angry Birds, it was okay. It was okay. It was not that great, not that bad. I'll be honest, it's a 50-50 movie. I just don't know, the plot wasn't that great. Just kind of I don't know, the plot was kind of over the place. The characters didn't like that well drawn, even though it's like in CGI or computer generated. It's just, I don't know. I just didn't like this movie overall. I just didn't. Say what you want from me. Say what you want about the movie, but seriously, I never really enjoyed the Angry Birds when I first watched it. I haven't watched it in years, actually, but I think when I went to watch it at least once, or at least another time, by the way, I didn't enjoy it. I kept thinking to myself, like why in the heck is this movie even does it even exist? Why does it even exist? And I'll be honest, I'd rather watch one of the other ones than Angry Birds any day of the week. Yeah. Mortal Kombat, I have to say, was a great movie. It was an awesome movie, by the way. But honestly, I don't see much Mortal Kombat in there. But it's still a great sci-fi action movie. By the way, it really is. And honestly, couldn't have said it better. Sonic the Hedgehog, the first one. I actually think it's a pretty decent movie, by the way. I actually think it's a pretty decent movie. Sonic the Hedgehog 2, an awesome, incredible movie. I'll be honest, this is better than the first one. The Mario movie. I'll be honest, I am a Mario fan, but at the end of the day, I think it's great, but not the quality where it could have been. You know, I'm hoping that the sequel does it better, but I'm thinking like, you know, the plot was kind of all over the place. I mean, yeah, you had to rescue Luigi, and we got to see what it was like before all this all the video game stuff came to be, but like I don't know. I watched this movie like a couple times already, and it kind of gets kind of like just repetitious by after a while. It gets kind of repetitive after a while, and it's just like, you know, they could have done things a little bit better to kind of tweak it up a bit. And I'm not like a movie director, movie producer, any of these things, but to be honest, when I look at this movie, I think it's good, but it needed to add a little bit more. If that makes any sense to any of you, you know, I barely can scratch the surface with most of these movies, so just kind of saying it out there. Let's see what the chat has to say. But yeah, so, you know, that's just kind of my take. So, next up, I don't think I've seen any of these. So we're just gonna put these in like a random category. I'm just gonna call this random. Detective Pikachu, I hear it's really good. I'm gonna just put it in the A tier. I heard it's really, really good. Never heard of this movie. Never heard of this one. Mortal Kombat, I've heard quite a bit. It's a good movie. Metroid, I don't know what that is, so. Street Fighter, never watched it at all. Never watched this at all. Angry Birds, I don't even want to see that. The Angry Birds 2. the Super Mario Bros. Movie, the original. Um, I hear it's pretty bad, so I'm not even gonna attempt to watch it. Kirby, never seen this. Monster Hunter, whatever that is. Doom, never saw it. A lot of these movies I just haven't seen at all. I've seen some clips of Need for Speed. Kind of a piss poor movie, to be honest with you. I just didn't like the direction, and just from looking at some clips of it, it just seems weird. This one I haven't seen. This one I haven't seen. Any of these movies I have not seen at all. And yeah, that's kind of like my tier list. But yeah, I know I didn't rank them fairly. If anybody wanted me to just say, I didn't rank them fairly. But I've just never seen any of the movies that were in the random category. I just never saw them. So take it what you will. And I'm going to end the stream tonight. It's getting pretty late, so I'm gonna end stream here. So, if anybody came during the stream, I'm sorry. If anybody came after the stream, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna end in quite a bit here. So, thank you very much, and yeah, guys. So, I'll see everyone later, I guess. So, alright, see you guys in quite a bit. I might be posting stuff soon. Don't know. I have yet to get stuff from my assignments. Just kind of pointed out there. So, you'll get content when you get content. I just need a few weeks of time just to